What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here. I lost a lot of potential subscribers by simply saying that I don't like the Sig Sauer P365. And it is what it is. That's part of being real. They don't write me a check. I wouldn't take a check from them even if they did. Where a lot of your favorite gun tubers accept checks. That's how they pay their bills. That's how they live their lives. I'm just being real with you guys. I just don't do that, right? So that's why a handgun that's designed, that's been the same design for 40, 50 years now, is still my everyday carry and main carry. It's pretty dang interesting. But that's just how life is. There's real, and real doesn't always take you the furthest in the short run, only the long run. But today we're going to be talking about my critiques of Glock a little bit, which you guys should know if you follow the channel. The SIG people tuned out because they didn't like the fact I don't like the new Striker Fire SIGs. I like the Hammer Fire SIGs, the older SIGs, right? The P938, the 224, the 226, right? Great guns, but not the P365, the P320. I'm sorry, they're just not. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have it, right? But Glock fails in so many areas, right? We're sitting on the 5th generation, but of the 26, obviously, it's like the 3rd and a half generation if you consider things, right? No rail. Let me grab something else. My Glock 48. Actually brought it upstairs. My Glock 48, when it first came out, right? Supposed to be the new carry gun that takes over the world. The 43X takes over the world, competes with all these others. No rail, no optics plate. I kid you not. This is just, it's ridiculous. It's insane. You couldn't do it on the 3rd and 4th, which is fine. Whatever. I don't even carry with a light, so I don't really care. It should be there. That's my point, right? It should be there. And even with the Glock 26 Gen 5, what did it take? 5-6 years of being out before they got a MOS version? And yes, I did have an MOS version a year and a half before they came out, but that's because I got lucky. And I just happened to find one that wasn't really supposed to be sold, and it ended up in my hands. So I lucked out, and that's this one right here, actually. So pretty dang interesting. But look at this. There's one major flaw with it. I love this handgun. It's still going to be one of my main carries. I love it. The optic looks super high, and it looks a little ridiculous, right? And I agree. That plate, ridiculous. Poorly made. Everything on here is Glock-esque, except for that plate. The Glock MOS system has failed so many people over and over and over again. On top of that, having to use a plate, which is fine in most cases, but having to use a plate causes problems. Not every time, but that's just another point of failure. Now, I'm great with iron, so I don't really care about carrying with a dot. I do like dots, but I don't have to have one. But there is an optic out there that is literally the best, and I got introduced to it on my CZ P10C because that's how it was sold. A direct mount, SCS. Now, obviously, a bunch of handguns, like my Hellcat has a Vortex on it. My XDS has a shield on it. They're small optics. They're low-sitting optics. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with just one or, just a handful of models that work for it. With the Glocks, they wanted to give you every possible model out there. It's like, why do I need anything more than a Holosun? Why do I need anything more than just an RMR? You know what I mean? Like, why do we need every option out there? It's ridiculous. Plus, it makes the dot sit higher. So for carry guns, the bare minimum they could have done is just made it a regular cut for an RMR. Simple. But anyways, the SCS, the reason why this is different than a lot of these other carry optics is its build. Not only is it solar charging, but they put that part in a spot that will not get cracked or landed on. Unless it hits like the edge of a table or something. And still, that's very far and few in between, right? Or sorry, I said that backwards. Anyways, look how low it sits. Look at my Delta Point Pro, which is a great optic. Imagine if that sat flush, no plate. Yes, it's a huge optic, but that would make it much better. Look at how streamlined this looks. And it sits right over the slide. Now, what is the SCS? It is a model from Holosun that is designed specifically for that handgun. For instance, the MOS system, they make one for Glocks. I actually have one on the way. And with all optics, you can use code SPNF at Optics Planet. And actually anything on their website. I do not make money off of it. Code SPNF. That can help you guys get optics. Things are expensive right now. I asked for a coupon code for you guys, and we got it. Code SPNF. Now, this right here is going to be going on a Walther, because once again, Walther did the same thing. But let's check out this dot for a second, right? Let's just go over it. Just like the one on my CZP-10C, it's meant to be carried. It's meant to sit low. It's meant to be rugged, durable, take a beating. Not like the SRO and many of these other optics out here. Yeah, let's touch on it. Anyways, on top of that, I just want to show you on the gun real quick. You get a perfect cut witness on the bottom third. Typically, you want it a third of your window where your sights are going to sit. You still want to be able to see. Obviously, you're looking around your optic, but still, you want a nice window. Well, this allows for a nice window, even with an extremely low position, right? On top of that, you have these nice rounded edges, completely not like the SRO. Now, I get the SRO is not duty made or whatever. You guys all reminded me of that, which no one said it was. But still should be able to land from 3 feet on the ground. This is not going to break. This is not going to break with your typical firearm drop. Now, here is the one for the Walther. Check this thing out. It looks sick. Absolutely sick. Once again, they put the charging low. And look how small the Walther one is. I'm not even sure if it's smaller than the CZ. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little hair. But check this thing out. It's a beast. It's an animal. These are the best. This is for a Walther. Just wait. We're going to be bringing a Walther setup to the channel. And it's going to have this direct mount on there. And another huge benefit of getting the SCS, it's affordable. Like the Delta Point Pro, I love this optic. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But the price point's ridiculous on it, right? $500 or $550, whatever. The RMRs, the SROs, $550, $600. The Helsons are running $250, $300, $325. You can dang near get 2 of these for the higher end models that aren't even guaranteed to last longer. Halcyon, in my opinion, has the game on lock. And check this out. It matches the dang serrations. Look at my Glock. Look at the Glock plate. The plate doesn't even line up with the serrations. That's ridiculous. It's just... like, what? Why? You can't even make your plate line up where Halcyon is making an optic that has serrations on it? Like, what? And it looks flawless. You can't even tell where it looks like it's a one piece from here. It legit looks like a one piece. On top of that, in green, I think it is the best dot for the eyes. I really do. Now, I wish this wasn't an orange outline front, but I do not mix them up or anything like that. I'm telling you guys, the SCS is the best way to go. Now, let's check out a couple other optics. The Shield, right? Very low, sits low. The Hellcat takes it, right? And it sits low. But the Hellcat's also pretty picky with what it accepts. But I'm fine with that. Let us have a couple models for each, handgun, right? Let us have all the RMR options for the Glock 26, and that's it. Then if people want to add plates to that, they can do it. But give us direct mounts for carry guns. It has to be. It's the best. There is nothing better. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. The SCS is the best dot I have ever shot. I do like the Vortex better for concealed carry on smaller handguns. But in terms of my Glocks, there is nothing better than an SCS. That's why I ordered one, and I've never even shot one on a Glock. But this has convinced me. And yeah, like I said, we will be bringing a Walther to the channel soon. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys.